Welcome to Proust My Startup, the podcast that offers you a glimpse at the personalities of the people that make the local startup ecosystem in Malaysia. I'm Vanessa Muledus, aka Brand Shifu with an H on Instagram, the founder of North Branding Consulting Boutique Agency. I'm a brand strategist, 24/7 immersed by the sides of entrepreneurs, startups, and SME founders. As a brand consultant, a mentor, but also an entrepreneur program facilitator, an investment jury, and a business angel. In Proust My Startup, I want to really discover who are the people that make our local startup ecosystem. Because I'm a brand strategist, I want to understand how their personal brand might influence or shape the corporate brand of their organization. Today's episode is recorded from CloudMile's Center of Excellence in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Startups thrive on innovation, and CloudMile is here to fuel that journey. As a leading AI and cloud technology company in Asia, they help businesses drive digital transformation and growth, leveraging machine learning, big data, and cloud solutions. With a team made up of certified technical experts and a strong network of technology partners, including being one of just 40 Google Cloud Managed Services providers globally, CloudMile has supported more than 1,200 companies through consulting, technical, and managed services. I've seen it firsthand with my own mentees, tech startup founders. The Center of Excellence in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, now offers startups a collaborative space to explore generative AI, data management, security, and more, and advance their digital competitiveness with cloud and AI adoption. So if, like them, you want to experience it yourself, visit today my.cloud. Hello, Selina. Nice to have you over my mic.
Hi, Vanessa. Thanks for having us.
Of course. Great pleasure to finally have Disruptive Doctors on that mic because I've been talking to your co-founder, Viviek, for quite some time now. And unfortunately, you should have been on season 2, but I think Viviek was sick or something that day, and we had to cancel. So I'm glad that you can be here, and Viviek behind the camera is here as well. To explain us more how you are doing this great job of yours. Disruptive Doctors, so Selina Chew is the CEO. Disruptive Doctors is basically a platform that is for the doctors, by doctors, and for doctors that want to, push forward, progress the healthcare system in Malaysia. Am I right?
Malaysia and globally.
And globally. Okay. Because there is a lot to do even globally. So we need those people here. You may have heard of them. Lately, they had a big conference, actually. It is not the first time. So they're taking a lot more space year after year, I believe. And so I'm really glad to hear from them because for the first year of my podcast, I'm selecting founders that try to progress the nation in a way or another. So here we are. So let's start with the questions. First of all, do you know the Proust questionnaire? Do you know what it is?
No.
And it's normal. And I'm happy you don't know, actually, because it's making my job much easier. So basically, the Proust questionnaire, it's a questionnaire that is dating back to about 150 years that was popularized as a game by a French philosopher and writer called Marcel Proust. Hence the Proust questionnaire. And so back then he was already quite famous a writer and philosopher, but after he passed away, he became like a key iconic figure in France to the point where we study him at school. And so back then he popularized that game into his intellectual and aristocratic circles. And I guess that back then those circles, they didn't work so much. And they loved to reflect on themselves. So they had the time and the passion for it. So I brought these questions to the most forward-facing ecosystem, which is the tech startup ecosystem, to see how those old questions might resonate today. And it's supposed to say and to reveal the true nature of the people that take the test.
Oh, shucks. I'm nervous now.
I promise you. No, don't be, because so far all the guests not only survived, but really loved it. Just because it's like questions that we never have any opportunity to delve into, to reflect on. So it's kind of a novelty for most of us, but no damage usually. They go away with a smile and happy to do it. And it feels like a personal experience, they all say to me, because we never do that. But again, if you don't feel comfortable with any question, you just pass, no problem. And yeah, we will go for it. You ready?
Hit me.
Yeah, let's go. So the first question is, what is your idea of perfect happiness?
Wow.
And I know this one is the first one is boom, super complicated.
Perfect happiness. Oh, this is a very deep question.
Indeed. Some will be lighter, I promise.
I guess I think happiness may be overrated. It's more about joy because happiness is in the moment.
Yeah,
But I could be eating ice cream and I could be happy.
true.
But at the same time, I should not be eating ice cream, and there goes my happiness.
True.
Right. So I think it's more about joy, the long-term joy. Do you actually feel happy? Okay, I guess when you're doing something, do you really enjoy it? Do you look forward to it, or are you dragging your feet? Because I mean, just to share a little bit about me, I've always wanted to be a doctor, right? Ever since I was young, and I thought the moment I became a doctor, I would be really happy. But
Yeah.
that never happened.
I read some articles about you. I don't dig too much about my guest because I want to hear it from you, but that I read indeed.
Yeah, and it's not just that. Like, I've hiked Nepal. I did the oh, I forgot what was it. I think the ABC 10 years ago, and I thought when I reached the peak, I'll be happy. But it always eludes you. You never feel true. I've never really felt like, whoa, I'm truly happy because I reached
Understand.
here, right?
Yeah.
But when I look back, the journey that brought me there, that was where joy was. That was where I really enjoyed it. There were ups, there were downs, but all in all, when I looked throughout that entire journey, that was where the joy is. So I think it's not about perfect happiness. There is no perfect, and happiness is really just one moment in time, but it's the entire journey that's joyful or inspiring, or it gives me pleasure.
I understand. That's a unique perspective I haven't had so far here, so glad to hear it. That makes perfect sense. Now, what is your greatest fear? If you have any, because some don't have.
That's a lie.
I would think there must be somewhere a space for fear, but they say no.
I think I'm afraid of a lot of things. A lot of things. One, I rock climb, so I have a fear of falling. Now I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
I have a fear of failing publicly.
I understand.
I have a fear of what if we don't make it? What if I can't pay the bills?
Yeah,
What if I end up living on the streets? What if nothing works?
classical entrepreneurship. Yeah,
Yeah. What if you can't make payroll? What if I can't feed my co-founder? I can't feed me. Nothing that we do works.
yeah,
So I guess there's a lot of fear.
yeah.
But
I hear
it's
you.
not about. It's not just about the fear. It's about how you just keep going. Yeah.
Yes. It's how you overcome it somehow, temporarily.
Yes.
Otherwise, you quit now.
Yes.
Indeed. Now, what is the trait you must deplore in yourself? So some ways you are behaving, you are who you are, and you're not so happy with. But you might be completely happy with yourself, and it's also a valid response. Yeah.
So, my better half, I will call him my better half. He is in many ways better than me as a person. He'll always make this joke that I do not see any of my flaw as a bug, but as a feature.
Okay. Interesting.
So, I think one of the things that maybe I would like to work on more, and as I grow as an entrepreneur, is really how to develop a real human connection and how to not treat everything as an ROI.
Yeah.
Not every relationship is transactional. Not every interaction has to be transactional. So as I'm growing and I'm learning, I realize that is one thing that probably not too happy and I would like to work on is empathy and building that human connection with people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So now the same question, what is the trait you most deplore, but in others?
That means a trait that I have?
So no, the trait that others would have that you really don't like.
Others have that I really don't like. Complacency. Not striving for excellence.
That is true entrepreneurship. In a way or another, I have a lot of my guests somehow saying this. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's that. Yeah, I don't. It turns me off. Yes.
Understand. Now, which living person do you most admire? And it can be someone we know or someone from your private circle.
Phil Knight, the founder of Nike.
Yeah.
I think his story really resonated with me. The whole just do it and keep going. When I read his story, he doesn't really know what he's doing. He just has this one true passion, which is just running. He loves running and is building the shoes, innovating in the shoes. And I read that their first product, which they built their own, was a complete flop. It was terrible. Things were breaking apart, but they kept going on and they just kept doing it. So I think that's the one person I really admire. And I remember one time, Vivek, I think we were stuck in a certain decision and he just said to me, what do you think Phil Knight would do? I was like, okay, I have the answer. We'll just do it.
That is good. Yeah. I remember I read this Shoe Dog.
Yes.
Is the book, yeah? The story of Phil Knight. And I had no idea, actually. And the journey is fantastic, especially it's another epoch, I think. Pre-digital, pre-everything. Even pre-entrepreneurship somehow, in a way. And it's fantastic. His story is just like, he's driven indeed. But things happen all the time to him. And still, he's overcoming. He's super bold on top of that. So I think the drive to boldness and this idea of this passion, somehow has just fueled the path and all the obstacles were overcome. But yeah, I understand why you are citing him. So now, what is your greatest extravagance? Something you are indulging into. Can be tangible, can be intangible.
Something that I'm indulging in. I think rock climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love rock climbing. I used to climb a lot more, like 4 times a week. I would be
outside in nature, you mean?
On the weekdays indoors,
Indoor,
Saturdays, Sundays, public holidays outdoors.
Wow.
We would pack like 10, 15 kg bags and we'll hike in to
the true thing.
Yes,
not just hike. Like let's do a small wall and back home.
No, like
wow, okay.
Because the hike is really long, right? I would hike like 20-30 minutes and it's a steep slope to the crag and we will go there. Obviously you have to bring your food, your lunch and your water because you'll be there the whole day.
It's self-sufficient.
Yes. So that was one thing I really looked forward to. But I think once I started this journey of entrepreneurship, I realized I didn't know how to let myself go for one day to just
understand.
fully go out there. I realized when I go out, there's all the things that keeps coming in my head and I cannot really fully focus. So that's one thing that I think I would love to go back to. I mean, I still do climbing, but now it's indoors and not the real thing anymore.
Understand. It's hard to let go when you are an entrepreneur and think it's okay to not be there at your desk grinding what you have to do. Yeah, this is what I hear a lot around me. All right. What is your current state of mind in general?
Current state of mind. I think I'm optimistic.
Okay.
We've been going through this grind for 4.5 years. I'm slowly seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I hope that's the real light.
Yeah. I wish it is for you. It did.
Yeah. Sometimes it could be a false light, right?
True.
False. What do you call it? False peak.
True.
Yeah. But I'm still enjoying the journey. It's exciting. It's because right now we are forming our like really building the core team. And the more I talk to all these people that are potentially being coming on board as the core team, it really excites me because the possibilities and all these images I see in my head, it can finally be something.
Yeah, true. This is what I love about being surrounded by entrepreneurs is how you have an idea and you make it happen. Whether you fail or not doesn't matter to me. It's just like already not everyone is able to go from an idea to make it a reality and have some traction or have some people interested in it and actions after actions.
Yeah.
And that I think is great. For me, it's the greatest thing on earth, just like people knowing how to, yeah, to just transform something they have in mind, because we all do have
Yeah, it's actually the
ideas.
greatest feeling to see something you had because 4 years ago, okay, I think I resigned. I mean, I was doing market research in 2020. I didn't know it was called market research,
Okay.
but it was just an idea in my head. If I were to talk to that person, that me in 2020, I don't
Yeah.
think she would believe where we are today.
Understand.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
yes.
how much we've achieved. Yeah.
Especially because you are coming from a medical background.
Yes.
So business was not necessarily your everyday bread and
No,
butter.
it was never there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had also to learn all this, the ropes, the market research, for instance, and
Yes,
things
yes.
like this. Yeah. I understand. Now, what do you consider the most overrated virtue? So something that everyone would say, oh, it's so, we should all do this, or and actually you say, not really.
Overrated. It's quite hard for me to think right now.
It's not the easiest question, in my opinion, in all the questions we have.
Yeah, overrated.
You were mentioning happiness actually earlier on. You said overrated. It's overrated. So I think
Okay.
you hinted already on one. It could be something else.
Okay, I think balance. Balance is highly overrated. I don't think there is true balance. You just integrate.
Yeah.
There are days you're 80% and maybe 80% work, 20% fun.
Yeah.
There are times when you're 20%, 80% fun and 20% work.
Yeah.
So I don't think there is such a thing as 50-50. You're either all in or not in.
Yeah, true. It makes me think about that coach that I had over for one of the entrepreneurs program I'm facilitating for next year. And I had him over to my group and he was sharing exactly that. That's why I reacted to integrated, because if I remember, my memory is good. He said there's no such thing as a balanced life. You can never have the half-half. But it's the way you integrate things into your life so that it makes sense and, you can perform and on and on. So yeah, it was exactly that idea actually. All right. Now, on what occasion do you lie, as in white lies or big lies, if you lie?
No, my secret's coming out.
Aha, but you can pass if you want. Or you can tell me a very small thing if you don't want to share the whole entirety of it.
I think every entrepreneur lies. They may be white lies, I guess.
I would agree.
Or overinflate things.
Yep. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, but I think it's just the conviction that you have that this is going to happen. I don't think it's a true lie. Maybe, I would tell people we are going to do this, but I know at the back of my head, I'm thinking, can we actually do it? So is that a lie or am I telling you?
I think you need to go through that stage as an entrepreneur, because if you don't believe in yourself and your ideas, no one will. And if you start to really decipher the true reality, people got very uncertain. So you have to add that extra sprinkle, let's say, I think, But I had a friend of mine, a good friend, he's successful entrepreneur in France, and he's from an alumni from a business school. And he's a serial entrepreneur. Everything he does is successful, everything. And I remember he was sharing lessons like 20 years ago. And he was saying, when I started, when I would pitch, he was pitching, he was an agency, I think, a media agency or something. And he was pitching big, large corporations against real agencies. And he was just starting. And he was saying in pitch, I would say, for instance, we are 10 people when actually it was just one person. When we go 2, then we're 20. Always, to reassure people, because he knew deep down he could do it. But the others didn't know. So he somehow had those white lies, let's say, to get a chance. And once in, well, he had to deliver on it, but obviously he did. So I think entrepreneurship, you have to somehow disguise a bit things, inflate. I think it's the right word.
I completely agree with you, Fred. I would have done the same thing. I'm
Yeah.
probably doing the same thing too.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Because I mean, entrepreneurships already is associated to a lot of fear when it comes to people that bet on you, whether it's talents, investors, partners, clients. So you don't want to add more. If you were to be very honest and true, sometimes not in every context, but in some contexts, maybe things wouldn't happen. When in fact, you know, you can make it happen somehow because you're an entrepreneur. So you make things happen no matter what. So, okay, that's fair enough. Now, what do you most dislike about your appearance, if anything? And you can be very happy with yourself, and that's super valid.
Let me think. I don't think I would change anything. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it makes me me.
Yeah, true. Very valid answer. Now, which living person, oh yeah, I need to rephrase this one every time. Which living person do you most despise? So, one, despise, we don't despise anymore in this contemporary society. And two, we're doing it on camera. So it's more likely to be which kind of people you don't like to be surrounded with.
The type of people I don't like to be surrounded with, very clear. I think people who, the Debbie Downers.
Yep.
Those that are, I guess, people who don't share my kind of enthusiasm for life.
Yep.
I tend to shy away from people who feel that all bad things happen to me all the time. People who are not open enough to see that there's more possibilities to life. I guess more also people who are just satisfied not growing, not expanding. Yeah, those are the people.
True entrepreneurship, yeah. I think you're more entrepreneur than doctor, actually. You didn't know it before, probably, but now I can tell you're so an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. It's when I left clinical medicine, there was a period of limbo where I didn't know who I was, what my identity was, like who I really was. Yeah. If truth be told, I think because I was a doctor for 10 years.
Okay.
And I'm an entrepreneur for 5.
Okay.
I think you're right. I'm more entrepreneur than I was doctor. Even though I was trained to think, I still think like a doctor sometimes, but I think true spirit of entrepreneurship lives in me.
Yeah, that's why I think, because I think out of any other entrepreneurship move from corporate, for instance, to entrepreneurship, it's beyond that. I think when you go doctor, I believe there's a call behind it somehow, like long-lasting call. And as you were saying, at some point you just quit everything. And I think it's a big part of who you were because you were dreaming of this forever somehow, compared to me going to branding. I mean, so I feel like the move you have done to quit that identity really of yours is super bold and must not have been that easy. But deep down, I think you had this call entrepreneurship somehow, or disruptive things, or changing things since maybe as long as doctor, I guess, in your personality. So
I think that it was so when I left clinical, that was a 1 year when I wasn't treating patients anymore. That was a 1 year that I was really lost, really just unsure what I was doing. Because why I realized, I mean, now where I am and looking back, I realized why I became a doctor was to change lives, to help, to improve something. But as you're a kid, what options do you really know, right? So being a doctor was the one option I could see where I can actually make an impact. Other than, okay, with my very limited worldview back then, you either be a salesman or you be a teacher or, all those things. So I didn't see anything else that allowed me to create a huge impact. So I thought being a doctor was where you're saving lives, right? So
understand
life and death. That is a huge impact that you're creating.
Yes, correct. I don't think there's bigger than that, honestly.
Yeah, so
that's true.
When I stopped being a doctor, I think stopped practicing. That was when I started to see like, well, I have no more purpose. I didn't know what I was doing.
Mm.
And it was only when I founded this, and that's where I saw, oh, I'm back on track again. My compass is right. I'm still back to who I truly was, creating an impact in this world. So I think that spirit was there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
did not know how do I get that out?
Understand.
Yeah.
Understand. Okay. Now, what is the quality you most like in a man, as in gender man?
Oh, I like you say gender man.
Yeah, the gender. And you could tell me there's no gender for me, and the answer is for both genders, but I mention it gender man this time for this question.
Okay. I think what I like in a man, gentleness, being able to support, um, being kind. I guess I'm describing my partner right now.
I was about to ask. I think it's your partner somehow, right? You're describing, yeah.
Yeah, because
Which is fine enough.
Yeah, he compliments me in many ways that supports what I am doing and my character, and he supports me, and I think we're very complementary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that. So now it's the same question, but for the woman gender.
Women
So
gender.
what is the quality you most like in a woman?
Mm, I think confidence.
Uh-huh.
Confidence, self-assurance, those are the things I think I find very attractive.
Okay.
Someone who is driven as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like I'm describing me now.
And that's fine. You
Yeah.
know, this is what you really enjoy about yourself, I guess. So
Yeah, I think those kind of women, they do attract me. Like I would be attracted and want to know more about them. Yeah.
I understand. Okay. Now, which words or phrases do you most overuse if you are aware of it?
Most overused. Okay, I can't really think of one. Okay, I'm gonna have to pass. I can't
Yeah, no,
think of
no
it.
problem about it. I don't think that most of us we are aware of it. I think every of us we have something that that we overuse, but are we aware of it? I don't think so.
There is no phrase, but there's an action that I do a lot that I know
Okay.
drives people crazy. I always ask 3 times.
Ah, what is it? Is it because memory issue? Because you
No,
want to
I
make
think maybe,
sure?
yeah, I think it's more of the I want to make sure.
So reconfirming your
Yeah, I know
understanding.
it drives Vivek crazy. It drives my partner crazy. It's like I've asked, I'm confirming, I'm reconfirming.
But then there is a purpose to it because me, I do the same, but it's because my memory is so bad, the short-term memory. So that for people is like really not okay for them because they feel like I don't listen, which is not true. I'm listening, but in there there's something not going up, you know. So you confirm, reconfirm, and
Yeah.
until you get sure. Okay. Now, what or who is the greatest love of your life?
My current boyfriend.
Yeah,
Yeah, fiance.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. All right. Then, where and where, okay, when and where were you the happiest? If there's a moment in your life that was about that.
A moment in my life that I was the happiest. I don't think there is any one moment. It just, I think every year gets better.
Okay, that is
Every
nice.
year gets more exciting. Every year gets more challenging.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think there is a one particular moment, because if there was, then I'd always be looking back and
True,
I'd always
true.
be anchored back.
True.
So for me, it's all about moving forward, looking forward. So every year is the best. Every year is better than the last.
And you're
Yeah.
expecting the next year to be even better. Right?
Yes, yes.
Understand. Very nice. Now, which talent would you most like to have?
On the team right now?
You as
Oh,
a human being. What is a talent you wish you could have?
wish I could have. Negotiations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that will get you anywhere.
True, true, especially in your kind of space. I mean, okay. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
One thing about myself. Mm, I don't think there is anything in particular. I mean, there are definitely things that I'm working on, but changing it per se, no, because who I am got me here.
True.
So changing something, maybe I might not be here.
Yeah. Correct. That's very consistent here. Now, what do you consider your greatest achievement?
Greatest achievement, I think, more building Disruptive Doctors. Last conference, getting us to where we are right now. The brand is, I mean, it's not, it can be known more, but to get us to this stage, I think I'm really proud how we both got us here. Yeah.
That's true. That already been 4 years now, in the making.
Yeah.
It's a very good resilience here, and momentum is, I think, increasing. So,
Yes.
yeah, it's a great achievement in itself already. If you were to die and come back as a person or a thing, what would it be?
Not a thing. A person. Ah, Let me think. Let me think. Oh God, I can't think of anything. I mean, because right now all I'm thinking is, okay, all the people that I admired.
Oh, yeah.
You know, maybe I would like to live their lives.
Oh, that would be nice, actually. Yeah. Like a Phil Knight life,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
instance.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it could be nice to know what it is
Mm-hmm.
to be those kind of people. Yeah, indeed. Okay. Now, where would you most like to live? Can be a specific place or just a kind of environment.
Live. Okay. I guess I like to live in a place where it's, I won't call it secluded, but out in nature. But also my convenience stores,
Sure.
everything.
Yeah, you want it all.
I want it all. Yeah, it's gotta be nearby, but not too near. Yeah.
I appreciate, because when we live in KL, it's pretty buzzing all the time, like 24/7. So I grew up in the countryside, and I didn't like it actually, because it was too slow and not accessible back then, especially 46. So it was a different story. But being on the other side, I'm a city girl. I love cities, but really sometimes I'm thinking the same. Like, it would be great to just disconnect a bit, to have like peace around, like hear the birds, and we hear them in KL, but not on top of the rest of the noise.
Yeah.
It would be nice indeed.
Yeah.
But here it's pretty easy to find nature quite quickly out of KL. So. All right. Next question is, what is your most treasured possession? And here it can be tangible or intangible.
Most treasured possession. I would say my fiance. Okay, he's not a possession.
Careful, we're not saying you're an object here. No, but the connection to him, having him in your life, I guess.
Yes. He supported me for so many years, and like every time I have this crazy idea, crazy dreams, he would still be there. Me and Vivek would have crazy ideas, and he would still sit in. He knows it's insane, but he'll still sit there and try to help us both, like,
Wow.
make it work.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah.
I can relate, because I've been married for not married. I've been in that relationship for 26 years, I think, with my husband. I met at business school, and same. My whole life I had ideas that were not conventional. I didn't go the conventional path after business school. And having this kind of support is crazy freedom, in my opinion, that
Yes.
fulfills and allows you to, I think, to become the human being you have to become somehow. And it's not necessarily easy to find, I guess.
Yeah, I completely agree, because I would say, okay, I'm going to quit my job. We're going to do this. You have to find the money. And then I'm like, okay, he was like employee number 0, like multiple times. He would be there to help me run a lot of the things.
Yeah.
Our first conference, I think he had a role to play. Like,
Sure, of course.
yeah. So every step of the way where something is needed, he's always there to, whether whether it was like grueling or not, he's still there to support. Yeah.
That is invaluable.
Yeah.
Marry him.
We are going to be married. So.
Oh, nice. All right. Next question. What do you regard as the lowest depth of misery? So really the state where you would have no hope anymore.
No hope anymore. I guess when you give up. Yeah. When you just give up, I guess, because then you would not do anything anymore, and there's no point living. There's nothing to look forward to. So I think giving up would be the lowest state of misery.
I understand. Yep, I can relate to this. That reminds me of the COVID time somehow, where we couldn't find a horizon anymore.
Oh, but surprisingly, I actually enjoyed that period.
Yeah,
You
did?
for me, okay, I was still working at the time. I was working in the lab. We had a lot of tasks to be done and all that. I think I wasn't looking at everyone else around me. I was just looking at me. I guess I was very grateful. I still had work, and it was a time for me to take a break from, it was like time to catch up, to
Understand.
to just get everything back on track.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of people suffered a lot through COVID, but for me, it was the best time for me to just had a full reset. I was really grateful and lucky that I still had a job and all that,
Sure.
and I could reset my everything, like my health, my sleep, everything just went to reset.
True. Yeah, especially as a doctor. Yeah. It
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. Yeah, indeed. All right. What is your favorite occupation?
Favorite occupation? I mean, being a doctor is fun. So I had this thing that I wanted to get out of my system, is to be a mime.
Oh, okay.
Just-
Okay. Out of the blue,
It's
like
out
this.
of the random. It was just
Did
like-
you see one in your life or something and that was inspiring? Or-
It's not that it's inspiring, but just watching them, and I thought, wow, must be fun. You just come and you just express yourself.
Yeah.
Do whatever. And
Okay.
try to paint a picture, and
Yeah. True.
so
Oh, interesting.
it'll be fun to do that.
Yeah. It's the first time I hear it, but it's nice to hear. But I can tell in this ecosystem, there's a lot of entrepreneurs that wish to be in the creative side of things. So, because you're creative no matter what, but it's applied to business. And somehow I feel it might be because in that other space, you don't have to think about the business or making things happen. It's just pure expression in it.
Yeah.
So that might be why a lot of you tell me something around the creative space at some point.
Yeah.
So I mean, okay, that is
Interesting.
nice. Yeah. Now, what is your most marked characteristic? Maybe if I ask someone around you that knows you, they would say, "Oh, Selina, she's so like this or so like that."
Intense.
Intense. Okay, I can tell on the mic already, so I can imagine in life, right? Intense, good intense.
For me, it's good intense. You need to ask like people around me.
Yeah, I must imagine the good intense might be too much for some people, probably sometimes.
Oh,
Maybe.
you can ask him.
I will ask after the recording session. All right. Now, what do you most value in your friends?
Loyalty.
Mhm.
Definitely. Loyalty. Being genuine, I guess, to care. Then again, I also mentioned that I like people who are driven, who like to move forward in life. Yeah, so I guess those are the qualities I actually like in my friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, who are your favorite writers, if you are a reader, that is to say?
I read, but I don't think there's a particular favorite writer. I guess if there's any, is probably the ghostwriter for Phil Knight's book.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoever that is.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Now, who is your hero of fiction? And fiction can be literature, can be movies, comics, even mythology.
Fiction, huh?
Yeah.
What's that girl's name? Katniss Everdeen.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I love this movie. I know it's a young adult movie, but I loved it.
Yeah, that's probably my hero.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I can relate. So nice a character. So now back to real life. Which historical figure do you most identify with? And I think it's more likely, do you get inspired by?
Historical figure.
Yeah.
Does Steve Jobs count as?
Yeah, can be more contemporary. Steve Jobs, yeah.
I guess Steve Jobs, but not all aspect of him.
Yeah. There are more controversial ones than it's not all golden there.
Yeah,
but it's reality.
Yeah. I think I like the part that he's very focused. Very he can be simple. Like he's all about simplicity.
Yeah.
And focus. That's
Understand. Now, who are your heroes in real life?
My
So it
heroes.
can be someone we know or not, doesn't matter.
I was still saying Steve. Sorry, Phil Knight.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Okay. What are your favorite names? First names. It's out of the blue, this question.
Selina.
Selina, it's a nice one. I must say, you've got a beautiful name. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
don't be shy of it. What is it that you most dislike
Most dislike
in general?
in general. Trying to think. Peas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peas, corn, uh,
So food related.
nuts.
We're in Malaysia. Yeah,
Yeah.
someone said to me, I think, and it was in the fear question, if I remember well, pineapples.
Oh.
So I don't know, there's a thing with that as well. All right. Now, what is your greatest regret?
Greatest regret. Let me think. I don't think. You know what? I'm actually happy. I don't have many big regrets
Mhm.
because I just go for it. I think regrets would be when I think about things that I didn't do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that always puts me in a lot of regret. Yeah.
I understand. Yeah. I think there's this sentence, I'm not sure about the translation in English, but it's better to have remorse than regrets. Is it a thing in English?
Hmm.
Remorse, right? Means something you have done you shouldn't have done, but
Hmm.
compared to something you wish you had done and you haven't done.
Oh, that's a very
So,
good
yeah, it's an
way to
interesting
put
one,
it.
yeah?
Yeah.
Which I think, yes, the remorse can have bad consequences, but at least you tried.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it's all on the legal side of things, but at least you tried compared to, oh, I wish I could. And then you are kind of thinking about another path of life somehow that you will regret all your life because you don't know what could have happened. So
Yeah.
it feels like this when you say that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think like when you asked me regret, I immediately thought of my dog that I lost in like 3 years ago. Like after my dog passed away, like the things that came up and I felt so much of guilt and sadness was all the things I didn't do for my dog, like taking him out for walks or giving him
Understand.
those treats. So
Yeah.
then I realized that a lot of my regrets would come from things I did not do.
Understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why you were saying regretting the regret somehow, not to
Yeah.
have done and tried. Yep. Now, how would you like to die? As a doctor, maybe you have thought about it.
So I think this I've thought of this before. Like I would like to die doing the things I love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a French. I hope it's I remember it right, but there's this French author from the 17th century, I think, back then at our Sun King court, and he almost died on stage. So he
Oh.
was a writer of theater and also an actor back then, and he was super sick and was still giving the performances. So somehow, let's say he died on stage doing what he loved most, and he went there until the latest breath because this was his passion, basically. So I feel this answer relates to this kind of passion in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. There's another guy. I just thought of him, another hero. I think he's Doug Tompkins, or he's the founder of North Face.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I love reading his story. I mean, I love how they built the brand and all that. And he died, I think, whitewater rafting. So he was in his 70s or in his 80s, and he's still doing that. And I
Wow.
thought, wow, that is, if I have to die. I mean, if I can choose, it will be doing the things I love.
Yes. Yes. Oh wow. I didn't know the story.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Now, what is your motto in life?
My
If you have
motto in
any,
life.
or your approach to life, if it's
Oh
not a
wow,
motto.
I've got so many. I guess do the things that fears you the most, because I think the adventure starts after that. Like beyond that comfort zone is where your adventure starts.
Yes.
And I think for me, adventure is like a huge thing for me. Like I realized that that's how I've been living my life. It's all about the adventure, right? While I had a full-time job, it was an escape from my work. And outside, that was where my adventure is. I love to go hiking, trekking, and climbing, and all of that. That was adventure. And then now, I guess there's another adventure in life, which is building this platform, right? So life is all about adventure.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So we have gone through the 35 questions.
Oh, wow.
How do you feel?
Wow, that's a lot. I didn't
See?
realize it.
Yeah, right? Once you are in, I think you're going with the flow, and it's the end, you don't know it.
Yeah.
You feel okay?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I feel great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go into Disruptive Doctors a little bit more. And I'm going to ask you to pitch it and do the 1-minute elevator pitch that you're used to.
I won't say I'm used to, but
I mean, here it's more 5 minutes in Malaysia. But the 1 minute is more like a networking event.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what we're doing.
So, Disruptive Doctor is a community-based platform that's AI-powered to help doctors with connecting, collaborating, finding opportunities, and impact healthcare differently.
Nice. Even less than 1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go a little bit deeper here. And I will ask you 4 questions about Disruptive Doctors, brand strategist way, still surface level, but in an angle that is not really the usual questions for businesses. First question is, why are you on earth for as an organization? Your big why.
My big why. I guess really is to help doctors. So you see, within healthcare, I think there are a lot of people that are on the top, right? They are talking about policy level and all of that. Then there are those that are in the service
On the ground,
on the ground, just the delivery part. But what about the in between? Who is looking at the in between for the doctors, for the caregivers, those that are actually delivering the services? These are the stakeholders who manage patients day to day and who are there, like they know the pulse on the ground. So how much thought has been given to getting them involved? Um, before we started this Disruptive Doctors, I think I had this. I mean, me and I think the whole world would think that doctors, you graduate and you just come and you treat patients. Yes, that's definitely what we need. But as things are evolving, times are evolving, there's so much that's changing, right? I used to think clinical medicine is the whole of healthcare, but that's not true. Healthcare is so much bigger and so much wider.
Indeed.
And if it was more integrated, like especially like if doctors, when I was practicing, I did not know what the other integrations and parts of healthcare was. So when I did my job, I could not really see the bigger picture of what I was doing. So the purpose was just too narrow. And, you know, a lot of doctors lose their inspiration because they cannot see what's beyond.
Sure.
Yeah. So why we're here is really to help doctors to impact healthcare differently, because we can see, like, we're trying to get doctors more involved. What we are doing for doctors is getting them to connect, collaborate with doctors globally, because I think there's a lot of value for doctors to be connected and sharing knowledge and experience across the globe. Because when I first left clinical medicine, I did not know what to do with my career, did not know what to do with myself, and what's in front, what's next. It was a doctor in the UK that opened my eyes up to seeing what is possible, what's happening there, and what could happen here. So if I've never made that connection, I think I would still be really stuck. There won't be no disruptive doctors, and there'll be no hope out there for a lot of other doctors like me.
Understand.
Yeah.
Nice. So then, speaking about the doctors, what people do you want to resonate with? What kind of doctors and healthcare practitioners?
Those that are ready to change, because I guess it's part of evolution, right? You have the laggards who have this mindset that this is how we've done it, this is how it's been done 100 years. We should just stay here. Let's not move forward. So then there are those that are not happy with the status quo, the system. They want to change. They want to do something more, because there are a lot. I can't say for all doctors, but what I can observe is there are the generation of doctors who are just complacent there, not doing more. And then there is the other generation, the other breed, I won't say generation, I think the other breed of doctors who are just not satisfied that things are the way they are. There are those that believe that more can be done for the patients, for their fellow colleagues, and for healthcare. So those are the ones that we resonate with, and those are the ones that are mostly in our community and on our platform.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense when we hear the why of your organization. Now, how different are you from your competitors? I'm not sure you have competitors though, so.
Okay, I guess we do have we do have competitors, mostly indirect competitors. What's different from how we're different from everyone else? We're actually looking at the whole landscape of healthcare. Most of what's out there is you clinical versus us non-clinical.
Yeah.
There's that label.
Yeah.
But that's not how it should be moving forward. So what we are looking at is creating a borderless community. What we're looking at is dropping all these labels and saying we're doctors, we're healthcare, we're in healthcare. How can we make this better?
Okay. Latest question is, what do you promise to those people that you are resonating with?
Oh wow. Okay. So what we promise is we're going to deliver connection, collaboration, opportunities, and access to AI tools on our platform. Yeah, it's really how we can help doctors do their jobs better, not just clinical, but non-clinical as well. So basically the whole of healthcare.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now we are going to our latest part of this interview, which is about your hot news. Anything you would like to share with us in the latest minutes here that we haven't touched base on, or any upcoming event or any news?
Okay. So Disruptive Doctors app is out. Only verified doctors are allowed on the platform, because we want to make sure that it is safe for the community.
Yeah.
Because so as doctors, there are things that we can share within the fraternity, and there are things that we cannot share beyond. So sometimes it's very isolating when you feel like there's no place that you can actually share this,
Yeah.
no one you can talk to about this.
True.
So yeah, our app is up. It's in the beta version, but it's definitely going to get better than this.
So before was a website, I imagine?
Before it's just a website. And now we have a mobile app.
Nice.
And in this mobile app, you can actually connect with doctors that are on the app globally.
How many doctors you have on the community?
We've got about 5,000 doctors.
Okay.
Yeah.
From how many countries?
Oh, well, Malaysia, Singapore, plus from Australia, UK, and the US. There are probably smaller ones around.
Yeah, but that would be your key, not markets, pool of doctors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Any other news?
The other thing is we're looking for investors.
There you go.
We're looking for investors who believe in our vision, who want to see us succeed, who want to also impact healthcare. Because the value of this platform is not just for, okay, it's for all doctors, but it's for people who want to do something more in healthcare. Because everyone will play a different role. So there are those that can support and help grow these builders, and it trickles down.
Yeah.
So yes, we're looking for investors.
So it's your first round pre-seed, is it?
Yes.
Okay. And how much you're looking for?
Actually, it's seed.
Seed, okay.
Seed, but we may raise a pre-seed. We're still thinking about it. So the seed is $1 million US. Yeah, for us to build the tech. I mean, to upgrade what we have.
Okay. So if investors are looking at this, then please reach out. All right. We have come to the end of this interview. I was really glad to have you over to finally know what Disruptive Doctors was. And indeed, you were the best face for this organization. Not that Vivek, you're not, but you're very good at the mic. So really glad you could allow me some time, and sorry for the delay of the recording again here. Really nice to have you over and discover more about Disruptive Doctors and you behind it, and how your life has evolved so much. And it's crazy for me.
Thank you, Vanessa. It's very kind of you.
Thank you.